All right, folks, welcome back. You know how we do this, right? We dive deep. Today, we're all about the Hellfire Preachers.
Oh, yeah, these guys.
And this bio, let me tell you, it's a wild ride.
Definitely not your average run-of-the-mill band bio.
Not at all. Like you read it and you can practically hear the music, you know?
Absolutely. It's got that energy to it, that's for sure.
So let's just get right into it, okay? The Hellfire Preachers, Preston, Lancashire, 2008. That's where this all starts.
Yeah, 2008, Preston, Lancashire. Not exactly, known for birthing fire and brimstone rockers.
Right. You think Hellfire Preachers maybe like New Orleans back in the day, something like that?
Right, smoky jazz clubs, that kind of vibe. But no, we're across the pond in England.
Exactly. So already we're like, okay, what's going on here?
And then you get into the music. They call it no-nonsense Americana country rock. And I mean,
Whoa, boy, that's a mouthful.
it is, but it's also like weirdly specific. You can kind of hear it, can't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm already picturing like a desert highway at sunset, but like a little bit
Yeah.
gritty.
Yes. Like there's a banjo somewhere, but there's also a distorted guitar lurking in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And vocally, you're right in that Dylan, Cash, Graham Parsons sweet spot.
Okay, so we're name dropping already. Gotta ask, are these guys legit fans
Mhm.
or just trying to sound cool?
This is where it gets interesting. They've got originals, which we love to see,
Aw.
but they've also collaborated with Michael Chapman,
Hold on, Michael Chapman, the guitarist.
the one and only. This guy's a legend. Produced some of the most iconic albums of the 70s. If he's working with you, you're doing something right.
So no fly-by-night band then.
Not at all. And that ties into something else they mention in the bioencyclopedic knowledge of music. These guys aren't just playing what they like, they've studied the greats.
And that's where I tripped up a bit, I gotta admit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned pre-war, old-time country and folk, and I'm like, is that like a thing?
It is a thing, and it's awesome. Imagine this. It's the 1920s. You're in the American South, maybe on a porch swing, maybe in a dusty saloon.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
And the music you're hearing, it's raw, it's emotional, it's got that Carter family vibe, Jimmy Rogers, that real deal from the heart stuff.
Wow, okay, I can see why they'd be drawn to that.
Right, it's authentic, it's raw.
Yeah,
And you can just imagine how those sounds, those instruments, that feeling
yeah.
would influence a band like the Hellfire Preachers.
Yeah, like it adds this whole other dimension to their sound.
Exactly.
And speaking of dimensions, these guys don't just play one kind of show, right? They've got 3 different types listed in this bio.
Oh, yeah. This part blew my mind. You've got your Gothic Americana, which, I mean, that name alone.
Tense, right?
Then you got a full-blown Bob Dylan tribute.
Which, given what we've talked about, makes perfect sense.
Right. And then, and this is where it gets really wild, they've also got a Beatles show.
Hold on, the Beatles, like the full Beatles experience.
That's what it sounds like. And honestly, that's kind of the biggest question this bio leaves me with, you know?
Right.
Are these actually 3 distinct shows?
Or are they just like facets of the same band, different sides of the same coin?
Exactly. Like maybe their sound is so rooted in all these different genres, they can kind of pull from any of them and create a whole new experience. Yeah.
You know what? After reading this bio, I'm kind of inclined to believe it. The Hellfire Preachers, man, it's more than just a name, isn't it?
It's a statement. It's a challenge. Like, we're here to shake things up. And in a world saturated with the same old sounds, that's pretty exciting, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. They've got my attention. All right, folks, that's the Hellfire Preachers, a band that's clearly not afraid to dig deep, blend genres, and leave you wanting more. Go check them out and let us know if you think their sound lives up to the hype.
See you next time for another deep dive.